Today I'm going to do a short video on introduction to manual drafting, and I'm going to introduce you to line types, line weights, constructing angles, drawing lines perpendicular and parallel to each other, and constructing circles or curves. So first I'm going to introduce you to line types. We have construction lines, which are continuous straight lines. We have dashed lines, which are used to show hidden detail on an object. We have a heavy continuous line. This is used for defining or final dimensions on a drawing. And we have long dash, short dash. This indicates our center line for a circle or curve, and so on. So our second part is constructing or line weights, So line weights used by using different pencils, different type of pencils and different weights of pencils. For line weights, construction lines should be used between 4H and 2H, and when constructing light lines we hold the pencil at the very back, and construction lines are very light and should be barely visible on the page. And for constructing heavy lines, we use a different pencil, and we always change the position of the way we hold the pencil, and that is a lot more visible, and this indicates our final dimensions of our drawings. And next one is constructing angles. So I just draw our line like so, and we can use our protractor to draw we can use a protractor and we can indicate any angle that we want to draw, so 10, 20, 30 and so on, the full way around to 180 and so on. And we can also use our set squares. This is a 45-degree set square, it's a isosceles triangle. These two angles are equal and these two sides are equal. 45-degree set square, both angles are 45. Here's our 60-30 set square, 60 degrees, 30 degrees, right angle triangle. We draw a line like so, that's 45 degrees. And the other side is exactly the same, 45, 45, and so on. That's 60 degrees, and that is 38 degrees to this line. So we can also draw a line perpendicular by using, so that angle is 90 degrees to that line. And also, what happens if we want to draw an angle of 75 degrees? We can use our protractor, but here's a tip. We can also use our two set squares. So first, if we draw an angle of 30 degrees, there's our angle of 30. We can also add on 45. So here's our angle 30 plus our angle of 45, and we get an angle. So from this line to this line, that angle is 45, 45. That gives this angle 75 degrees. So there's a wee tip if you're ever drawing an angle of 75 degrees. And our second point is drawing parallel and perpendicular lines. So I draw a line like so. I can move this T-square up and down the board and all the lines will be parallel. And if I go like so, that line is perpendicular to that. But what happens if our line isn't drawn along with the T-square? So let's say we have a line like so, so an angle, sloped an angle like so. And how can we draw lines parallel to that? So we're going to use the 60-30 as a guide, and we put our 45 like so. And this concept is known as sliding set squares. So if we slide that up and down, it always remains parallel. That line's parallel, that line's parallel. Concept called sliding set squares is very, very handy. And also, if we want to draw perpendicular to these lines now, we we set our 60-30 like so, and then place our other 45 on like so, and that line is going to be perpendicular with all them lines because they're all parallel and this is perpendicular. And we're basically using one set square as a track and sliding our other set square up along it. And the last point is drawing circles and curves with a compass. So firstly we just need a point. So we have our center line with long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash. Short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, like so. We set, or we'll pick to draw a circle of radius 45. Set our compass like so. We put it on our center point here, and we draw our circle. Like so. But we can also draw our curves by just, I'll do another one down here, just by not going the full way around. Long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, long dash. Okay, so this is a quarter of a circle, that's a curve, and then we go around again, that's our semicircle. If we go around again, like so on, we draw curves. And that is all I can say about slight interaction and doing manual grafting. Thanks very much.